The sound of my alarm brings me out of my dream involving pirates and some other stuff I can't really remember. I'm a little blurry-eyed, and it feels like it takes me longer than usual to get dressed and down to the track. Unless my watch reveals that I was right, and I am in fact running a little late. The thing is, there's no Emmy. That's odd. She should be here. She definitely should be here. I mean, I was late. I guess I wasn't the one who had trouble getting up this morning. It crossed in my mind that I never quite stopped raining yesterday. Did she go running anyway? It seems likely. Emmy's a lot of things, but cautious is one of them. She probably figured the rain wouldn't stop, and that's why she was so adamant about running alone. Still, I would have gladly run with her, even if it wasn't in the rain. Heck, if anything, I would have been able to convince her to come in once it got really bad. That would be why she didn't want me along, of course. Even so, I can't help but wanting to know where she is. Well, nothing to do. Nothing for it. I better stretch and run, and hope that Emmy shows up with a grin and an excuse. Alright. My cooldown map, I am forced to admit that Emmy isn't showing up. Furthermore, I have no idea where she is. Anxiety gnaws at me, while at the same time I wonder why I'm so worried over her. The run helped to take my mind off it for a little while, but now that I'm finished, I'm back to worrying. It was a little weird not having her here. Downright unnerving. Suddenly it dawns on me that I've been running to hang out with Emmy as much as I've been running to stay healthy. Probably more to be with Emmy now that I think of it. That's one of those things that are completely obvious, yet somehow I never realize it. She really is someone I enjoy being with. As a relation go, it's hardly world shaking. All the same, I find myself feeling slightly shocked. When did this happen? Well, no time to think about this, though. I want to ponder this new development. I have a great desire to find out what happened to Emmy. I'll ask the nurse when they stop to see him. Well, you seem to be in good shape as hell. That's good to hear. I replaced my shirt and stand to leave as usual. Except instead of leaving, I asked a question. Hey, where's Emmy? She didn't show up this morning. Is she okay? Well, I try really to conceal the anxiety in my voice, and nurse's expression suggests I failed miserably. You mean she didn't tell you? She's sick in bed. What? Sick? That nurse shrugs. Yeah, she came to my office in the morning with fever. To be honest, I'm surprised she made it here. She's burning up when she arrived. I believe she planned to let you know, but she asked me to tell you. Oh, shoot. The nurse gives me a sheepish smile that seems at least partially sincere. Wait. I told her I'd stop by the track to let you know in case she forgot to. Sorry about that. We don't need to tell Emmy I forgot, right? I returned the nurse's smile with a devious one of my own. Oh, of course not. This is fine blackmail material. I'll save it for whenever I need a favor from you. The nurse laughs. Well, I guess I deserve that. But you know, I've got a ton of blackmail on you that you're not even aware of. So don't push your luck, okay? My expression earns no laugh from the nurse. I'm just kidding, Sal. But seriously, don't tell me I forgot, okay? Your secret safe is with me. Oh, good. Now go on, get out of here. Wait, I got one more question. Shoot. Is she going to be okay? Oh yeah, definitely. The fever was high, but it was already starting to go down by the time she came by our office. I thought I'd check up on her again at lunch to be sure, but I expect she'll be up and about by the evening no matter what I tell her. Maybe I should visit her after class. Second need to realize I've spoken well. The nurse raises an eyebrow and gives me a searching glance for a moment. Well, might not be a bad idea. You can let me know if she's taking a turn for the worse, I guess. But no funny business, you got it. I know what vents you're on after all. I think that's a threat against my life, but I'm not sure. The way I show the nurse that my intentions are chaste, and exit the office. Interesting that the nurse sees me as some sort of potential suitor to me. Even more interesting is how pleased that makes me feel. I need a shower. The lunch bell rings and I find myself disinclined to make my way up to the roof. After all, I'm betting Rin knows where Emmy is, and if that's the case, then I doubt she'd bother going up there. What is the point? I doubt we'd have any sort of scintillating conversation if she did. Chances are she'd prefer to be alone there anyway, so I don't accidentally ruin her train of thought or something. Unfortunately, I don't feel like heading to the cafeteria either, so I guess I'll go to the library instead. I need a new book to read anyway, having finished my other one yesterday before bed. Maybe I can find more by the same author. I love libraries. They smell like dust and paper and ink. All these stories and facts and opinions crowded together in one place. It makes the air come alive with potential. I'm not sure how to navigate Yamaku's library yet, having mostly stuck to the books I brought with me, so I searched for the librarian to ask for help. Let's hope can't believe it. What? I suppose she's not around. Can't believe it. Yoko looks rather distracted, suddenly emerges from one side of the aisles. Excuse me, oh, can I help you? Actually, I was looking for a book. So am I. Advanced crypto... Advanced cryptography. We just got it in, and now it's gone. Missing. I really wanted to read that one. Cryptography. Yeah, that is... That guy, and you, not trying to describe it. Skip to the end. He got me interested in cryptography, only now the book's gone and I think it's been stolen. Sounds pretty terrible. Yeah, especially because now I had to search for the whole library for it. Even though it's probably not even here. You seem busy. A little. She dashes off down another aisle and I resigned myself to finding my own damn book. Plenty of choices. I wonder who took the cryptography book. Who would go into a library and steal a cryptography book? Come on, how did I get lost? These aren't even printed books. They're all on braille. I guess that makes sense in a school like this, but honestly, that's a little annoying. I'm sorry, is someone there? A little letting voice drifts out from behind one of the cubicles set up from research. As I approach, I see that Lily's been reading a book when I've been stomping about the aisles. Oh no, I should be apologizing. I didn't mean to make so much noise. My, is that you, Isao? I have not heard from you in quite some time. I was beginning to think you'd forgotten all about me. Oh. Sorry. Lily laughs in the refined manner of hers and shakes her head. I'm only teasing you, Isao. For now, I hear you've been busy. Morning runs with Emi, Ibarazaki, and lunch on the rooftop, if I'm not mistaken. Heh, yeah. Guess word gets around pretty quickly. That and I can coax poor Hanako on the roof anymore. I can't coax poor Hanako on the roof anymore. You three are always up there, claiming the spot for yourselves. She chides me gently, though it's pretty clear she's just teasing me again. So I feel not need to apologize. Sorry, we could eat lunch somewhere else if it's a real problem. Oh no, I wouldn't worry about it. Hanako and I have other things to do at lunch too. Just read in the library, as you can see. Oh, Hanako's here too. I didn't see her. Lee smiles a bit enigmatically. Oh, she's around somewhere. But I'm surprised, Tasao, you're here instead of up there. What brings you to the library? Well, Emi's ill, so there's... The lunch on the rooftop keeps me occupied. So there's no lunch on the rooftop to keep me occupied. Lily raised an eyebrow at my statement before giving another chuckle. My poor Rin must feel left out. It's not like that. But I'm sure it is, and Emi tends to be the life of what a group she's in. It's a shame to hear she's fallen ill. Will she be okay? Somehow I get the feeling that Lily's just inquiring about it out of politeness, but I respond anyway. The nurse thinks so, I'm going to swing by and see how she's doing after school myself. Another raised eyebrow. My, what a dull gentleman you are, Sal. There's nothing really, just checking up on my friend after all. Ah, so it's just friends, isn't it? Is it? How disappointing. Oh, I blush, glad that Lily can't see it. No. And somehow she knows that I've been flustered by her comment anyway and laughs. I'm sorry, Sal, I'm teasing you yet. Please do tell Emmy I hope she feels better, won't you? Last time I watched it and revealed that I'm nearly out of time to find the book. Of course. Hey, I gotta find a book before lunch is over. I better get moving. I'll see you later. That was probably not the best phrase to use. Lily, however, takes a gaff in stride. Until we meet again, Sal. I never do find the book I was looking for, but I walked out with something else instead. My stomach growls slightly, letting me know that I should have had something for lunch. Oh well. I'll grab something before I visit Emmy later. It seems as if time has decided to slow down for the express purpose of annoying the hell out of me. Class feels like it drags out for ages. I suspect that my being consumed with worry probably has something to do with it. Blessedly, the bell rings and I dash out of class, drawing out a few eyebrows, I'm sure. I spent the majority of the day fretting as as I could. I can't read still, even though the nurse thinks that Emmy is perfectly okay. I want to see her for myself. It doesn't take long to get to the girls' dormitory and make my way to Emmy's room. Standing outside her door, I suddenly pause. What if she's resting? I'd hate to wake her up, especially if she's feeling ill. Then again, if she sleeps all day, then it could throw off her sleeping schedule. Rest is important if you're ill, isn't it? I can't decide what to do, so I settle for standing outside the door looking like an idiot. Then I hear Emmy's voices from behind the door. Thanks for your concern, but I really am okay. Is she talking to me? I'll see you at practice tomorrow. Guess not. Still, clearly she's not asleep, so I can knock without worry. So why this clenched feeling in my gut? I wasn't nervous about dropping by any other day, so why today? Granted, I haven't really had time to figure out the new-found interest in Emmy's well-being. I don't have a lot of experience in the matter, of course, but certainly this seems to go beyond feeling more of mere friendship. But, could I take that step? Could I even bring myself to risk what I have right now? I mean, it's enough to be friends with her, isn't it? Either way, shouldn't I just open the door and see how she's doing? That's why I came here, right? I wonder if she's just not dressed yet. The image flashes through my mind, causing my heart to skip a beat, literally. I should probably not ever think of those thoughts again. Not if I can avoid a heart attack. I suddenly realize I'm standing in the hallway looking like an idiot. Emmy still seems to be in the middle of a conversation, but I knock anyway. Hopefully she won't mind the interruption. You worry too much. Come in. The door's unlocked. So it is. I open the door and step in, which is about my thought process comes to grinding home. Emmy's sitting up in bed, her hair tousled from her day spent asleep. I think this is the first time I've ever seen her with those familiar beads in her, without those familiar beads in her. Her gym shorts and bloomers, obviously hastily pulled on before I came in, are ceased and folded for a less proper storage. Her legs lay bare on the sheets. I've never seen Emmy without her prosthetics before. Yet here she is, slender legs, terminating in stumps just below her knees. But as odd as the sight is, I find myself more captivated by everything north of the waist. It seemed that Emmy had finished her conversation with whoever was on the phone with her, and now was watching my reaction closely on her own open eye as she wiped sleep on the other. Her expression, far from being embarrassed, is rather one of surprising wide yawn, one perhaps appropriate from such a small mouth. A grin that, for a brief moment, seems almost flirtatious, tugs at the corner of her mouth, as she takes a sight of me in. I can do nothing but remain in state fluctuating between fear, confusion, and not a little bit of lust. Emmy hastily swoops her hair out of her eyes, fixing it back into place before addressing me. You seem a bit caught off guard, Asao. A wave of laughter erupts from her. I find myself grinning and rubbing the back of my head ruefully. Sorry, I've just never seen someone so disheveled look so attractive. Never seen you without your legs on. Never seen you look so, sorry. Emmy giggles again and moves to sit up a little straighter. I'm caught up in the movement of her shirt, very nearly losing myself. I was wondering what your reaction would be. The nurse called and told me you were going to drop by, you see. I know you haven't seen me, well, without legs. I responded in a tone of casual surprise. Oh, you're out of the one, I didn't notice. This is almost the truth, and very nearly didn't. I'm not trying to be suave or anything, mind you. Somehow I think Emmy would get offended by that. Instead, she sticks her tongue out at me and chucks a pillow at me. Ass. I deftly catch the pillow and take care of the aim before throwing. Emmy laughs and rolls to one side, dodging my shot and shifting of her shirt, distracting me enough so the next pillow thrown hits me right between the eyes. Oof. I retaliate, of course. I retaliated twice. Well, a war was bound to break out as sooner or later. And really, when Emmy appears to have far better aim than me, well, it was just a matter of time before I had to resort to a suicidal charge. Oh, gotcha. Bam, smack, beat him. And once again, the charge accomplished well, of course. I'd have to wrestle the pillow away from her. And with a kind of struggle, of course, we'd wind up with in this sort of position. Oh god. Of course. God damn it. And so, I found myself staring down at her from my position on the top of her. She looks really cute in this. She's grinning, eyes sparkling with amusement, maybe a little sweaty from now, her tussle. Her chest is heaving up and down, sucking in air. A small bit of my brain that is now currently enraptured by the sight and the smell of her observes that she must still be ill, because her stamina is not what it should be. We stay that way for a while. I'm not sure how long, because everything seems to go fuzzy. Everything that isn't her, anyway. Her eyes meet mine, and deep inside, I almost catch a glimpse of... what? Fear? Longing? Hope? Emmy? I caught suddenly confuzzles her. I'm almost stumbling in my haste to get off to apologize for everything. Sorry. I shouldn't have... It's fine. She gives me a reassuring pat on the shoulder. So, what brings you here? She's still breathing hard, and that causes her voice to shake slightly. Before I was so rudely assaulted by pillows, I came to see how you were doing. Wham! This earned me another shove, and I very nearly fall off the bed. Amy's eyes sparkle again. I wonder how I never noticed how attractive they are before. Consumed with worry, were you? Her tone is mocking. Howdy teething. At least my coughing goes with this, I guess. She throws her arm across her forehead dramatically, including the still parent from her underneath. Couldn't bear the thought of me laying deathly ill? As we both recover from our brief wrestling match, Ami appears to fall back on teasing me. Well, I wouldn't say consumed with worry, but after he didn't show up this morning like a total wuss, Ami pouts, crossing her arm petulantly, and sticking her lower lip out. Not my fault. Nurse wouldn't allow it. Sure, he wouldn't. I completely believe you. Amy sticks her tongue out again. You're such a jerk, Asao. So what? How was your day then, eh? Did you enjoy slacking off? Not really. The phone woke me up really early on. The phone? Yeah, the captain of the team called to make sure I was doing okay. Also to let me know if it was okay to skip practice. Good. At least she wasn't alone all day. Someone checked up on her. Although, I can't help but think that it should have been me. Oh, that's good. He really keeps an eye on you, huh? And he shrugs. It's his job. Part of me, like, being a captain means you know where your team members are when they're not in school. Still, I guess it's kind of nice of him to call, huh? Yep, sure was. Emmy yawns and shimmies down into a more comfortable position. So, how was your day? Kind of uneventful, you know. I went ahead and ran by myself and talked with the nurse about how you were doing. Whoa, I meandered her through the day's events, and none of which are particularly engrossing. I was then distracted by an arm binding its way across my waist. It seemed that Emmy fell asleep while I was talking, so I drew a blanket to cover us. What? Wait. She rolled over onto her side, and now one leg is thrown over my legs, effectively trapping me. Hey. It seems a shame to wake her, but I have things to do. I gently shake her, but in response she only tightens her arm grip on me and sighs a little. My resistance to the position crumbles rather quickly. The feeling of her body breathing steadily is both calming and incredibly stimulating at the same time. My breath cannot decide if it wants to relax or speed up. Relaxation wins, and I find myself puddling an arm around Emmy. I think I'm in love. The words slip out and hang in the air, unnoticed. At least, I hope they've gone unnoticed. Emmy whimpers weakly through her dream, and her grip suddenly tightens again. The first time since I've known her. I see tears running down Emmy's face. It feels like my heart is about to break. I instinctively tighten my own grip and stroke her hair in what I hope is a soothing manner. Words of comfort, meaningless in this situation, spring to mind. Maybe I should wake her. Are you supposed to wake people having nightmares? I can't for the life of me remember. The decision taken from me as Emmy suddenly jerks awake with a cry. Dad! Oh no, this is more than I think I want to hear without her knowing. I quickly sit upright and gently shake her shoulder to stir her. Hey, you okay? What a silly question. Huh, what? It's Al? She shakes her head as if to clear it and quickly wipes her eyes. You had a nightmare, I think. Emmy shudders again and glances up at me a little cautiously, as if unsure whether or not she's actually up. Yeah, I guess so. You want to talk about it? A speedy internal debate seems to be going on in her head, which resolves itself with a shrug. Nah, I don't really remember much of it. I'm pretty sure she's lying to me, but somehow, I don't think you should press the issue. Emmy shudders again and turns toward me, looking a little sheepish. Sorry for falling asleep on you like that. I keep my voice as soothing as I can. Hey, don't worry about it. You've been ill. Yeah, I guess the cold medicine just made me a little drowsy. I guess so. Emmy does not stride me as the sort of person to fall asleep at the drop of a hat. Rin, maybe, but Emmy is far too energetic. Emmy gives a half smile at my response, and just like that, she's back to the old self. Well, prepare yourself for tomorrow morning, Sal. We'll have to go twice as hard to make up for today, but I went running this morning. No excuse. Oh, fine. I'll be ready for you. Emmy nods, satisfied. Good. I take this as a cue to exit. Well, I better get going. Especially if I want to get enough sleep for tomorrow. I hop off the bed and head toward the door. Hey, Sal. I pivot neatly on my heel and face Emmy. She opens her mouth to say something, and then, at another first, I see her falter slightly. She closes her mouth and opens it again. Thanks. For dropping by, I mean. You're kind of the first visitor I've ever had who wasn't Ren. Now that's surprising. I wouldn't figure that Emmy'd have people dropping by all the time. She's certainly popular enough, or so I thought. Always talking to people in the hallways. Emmy hesitates again. And thanks for staying around after a look of pain flits across her face. You know, it helped. She brightens back up and waves chilly at me. See you tomorrow. Yeah, see you later. I'm about to exit the door when something makes me turn around again. Hey, Emmy. Hmm? Anytime, Emmy time. You need to talk, let me know, okay? Fuck. That was so unintentional. That was so unintentional, too. Emmy seems taken aback by this offer. Her grin gets even wider. Sure thing, Sal. See you in the morning. I exit Emmy's room with my head in a whirl. Should I have even left? Was she really okay? I want to turn around and march back down the hallway and open the door and tell her. Tell her I love her. Tell her I think she's beautiful. Tell her that I'll be there when she needs me. I want to stay with her, to hold her close as she falls back to sleep. How many nights has she woken up like that, only to find that nobody's there? I want to be the person she can be with when that happens. It's a silly thought, I know. We don't know each other that well, do we? The whole idea, while exhilarating, also makes me feel worried. I worry perhaps that I'd overstep my bounds. And now to add my troubles, it seems as if Emmy herself has an interest in someone else. I don't even think that's true. This track captain of hers, who seems so interested in her well-being. True, I've only seen the two of them together a few times, but that doesn't change the fact that they seem better suited to one another. There's really nothing to be done about that. I need to take my mind off this whole situation. I've got homework to do. Maybe this will distract me.